What did you say?
Hey, look, there's a ton of customers coming in all of a sudden. You're going to be bombarded with orders at this rate. Make sure you memorize them all. One medium curry bowl. Medium barbecue bowl. Large barbecue bowl. Medium beef bowl, please.
Yes!
Right, they can't remember the order. What did the first person order? Medium curry bowl. What the second person order? Barbecue. Medium barbecue bowl too.
Hey!
Yeah, they did say that. What about the third customer? Oh, forgot this. Beef bowl?
Hey!
Really? I thought they were barbecue. Damn it.
Well,
You
appear to have a difficult time there. Can't you ask your manager to hire more people? You were extremely busy. Employees being overworked is becoming a real problem in the workplace. That's concerning. I should remember this.
Well then, I'll see you again.
I'll leave my payment here. Thank you for the food.
hey!
Wasn't that politician who gives speeches in front of the station? He was worried about employees in the workplace, huh? Well, I think he knew who you are now. We should go to the station square again sometime soon. Son,
Please, consider what I have to say.
there have been far too many incidents recently to ignore. Can anyone deny this? The runaway train incidents, mysterious psychotic breakdown, a school with a corrupt teacher. We have yet to discover the truth of it all. Apathy that permeates society is a direct result of negligence by our government and the media. You're listening quite attentively. My interest in politics. I am interested. Are you a student? I'd like to captivate the interest of someone your age. Have I seen you somewhere before? Oh, you were working at a beef bowl shop before. You have a lot of perseverance for a young person.
If you'd like.
Well, if you're interested, I could use your help. I want to change the state of this country, and to do so, I need the power of the youth. However, due to a certain regulation, I can't offer a job to a student. I was thinking you could learn something if you choose to attend a few of my speeches though. I'd be glad to. Really? That would be helpful indeed. Well then, would you mind telling me your name and contact information? You're a student from Sujin Academy. It's nice to meet you. I'm Toranosuke Yoshida. I used to be a member of the Diet, but no longer. In the past 20 years, I've lost 7 straight elections. This isn't good. I'm dwelling on the negative right before my speech.
Very well.
Well then, I hope I can count on your help immediately.
Everyone,
The line of what is considered right and wrong in society today have been blurred. With common sense no longer our guide, we make decisions based on our selfish wants and desire. This has resulted in a deluge of self-centered people who delight in taking advantage of the weak.
however,
Even in this modern day and age, it is imperative that we act in the best interest of all. A world where it is acceptable to trample on the right of others for your own benefit. A world where the young exist only to be exploited. Is a world that must be changed. Easy for him to say. Old-timers like me have our hands full taking care of ourselves. He's actually making some good points, but he's a no-name. He probably won't get too far. nothing going to change. We'll just keep getting exploited. What is one of the politicians blaring about now? He isn't even affiliated with a party. How about you just leave matter of state in the capable hands of the Liberal Co-Prosperity Party? You mustn't base your decision on whom to support merely according to the party they belong to. Just shut up already, you're just a wasp politician. If I am chosen to represent the will of the people, then I am fully prepared to, in the best interest of all, save the bearing for when you get elected. If you get elected.
Thank you.
That is all for today. Well, what do you think of my speech? Well, the heckling? Oh, don't worry about that. Such as I am, I like to believe that I am capable of giving a moving speech. However, there are times like today when the audience has a different opinion on a topic. Some feel I should concentrate on getting elected before I worry about others. Do you agree? You won't get elected? It doesn't matter, it's this, the first chapter. You won't get elected?
Yes.
I believe I can, if my message connect with my audience. Besides, I have grown quite accustomed to those type of reaction.
No.
Also, I don't know if that is necessarily a good thing. Regardless, no matter what they say, I must continue on. I think I can learn a lot by listening to Yoshida's speeches.
Well then, I shall see you again soon.
Perhaps I'll ask for your impression again sometime.
Everyone,
Many of you suffer greatly from this distorted world of disparity. Please know that you can direct your criticism and outreach at me. Toranosuke Yoshida will someday find a way to address your concern in Nagacho. Hey, what is your speech skill? You should make use of them when you negotiate with Shadow. Think again? Well, it's up to you, isn't it? Teach you how to give speeches? Why? I want to do what you do. I love you, help you though. Also, I'll teach you. It's time for my speech. Let's talk about this later.
and while our society appears to be prosperous, many of our young people are quietly suffering. They lack jobs, security, savings. The next generation will lead us into the future, and yet they have no plan for how to arrive there.
Watch where you're going, you little shit.
You bumped into me, you old goat.
This isn't good.
Let's mediate.
Yes, let's. Good citizens, please stop fighting! What is the point of bickering over such a trivial matter?
This is none of your business!
Yeah, seriously, just shut up.
What's with this guy?
Now, if you'll please excuse me, I must return to my speech. Together, we can create a bright future for the next generation.
Ugh. God, so righteous. That really annoys me. Enough of your arrogance, no good Tora!
What?
As if anyone would actually vote for you! Are you planning to embezzle funds again? Or maybe criticize one of your constituents again? You criminal!
No, that was all in the past. I've gone and done it again.
Camp's an obstruction. Are you going to get a man? You're a criminal? A campaign obstruction?
Yes, but I cannot say that to the crowd before an election. Regardless, whenever someone calls me no good Tora, I panic. I went through quite an ordeal 20 years ago. Let me explain. I used to be a member of the National Diet. I was elected during the rise of the Kuramoto children. We were backed by powerful Diet members. This was about 20 years ago. I was very inexperienced back then, both as a politician as well as a human being. That inexperience led me to be involved in a series of major political scandals. People refer to my blunders as No Good Tora's 3 strikes. The first was being caught missing a legislative meeting to take a personal vacation. Then, I was accused of embezzling a large sum of money from the party, giving me 2 strikes. Finally, I called a voter an idiot at an open forum, which resulted in scandal and strike 3. I was out and branded a washed-up politician. You said you wanted to become a member of the Diet. But do you see the man before you?
A questionable background accused of embezzlement. However, he has conviction and wants to change the world. Public speaking skill could be useful to the Phantom Thief, so I'll make a deal with him.
Do you really want to receive my guidance?
Speed sounds great. You seem to have conviction. I don't care about your past. You seem to have conviction.
I'm happy to hear that. However, everyone says I have no chance to get elected. So why come to me?
Have confidence, I have. I like your technique.
You mean giving speeches? I'm afraid I'm not so great that you'd be able to learn anything. The most important part about giving a good speech is believing in yourself. Perhaps one day I will believe in myself again. But you sure got me there. You're a strange young man. Very well. If learning how to give a great speech is what you seek, then I'd be happy to instruct you. In exchange, I would like for you to continue assisting me. Let's get started, shall we?
Made a deal with Yoshida. Tainijima.
Staging your crimes with calling cards. It's hard to believe that a student could manage this alone. An adult. For example, someone talented enough to move people with words. Perhaps they coached you. Isn't that right?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the sun persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Confidant, man of the people. Arcana Sons, rank 1.
All right.
You've unlocked the Sun Confidence.
Let's pursue your dream of becoming a member of the Diet. Oh my, we've been talking for far too long. Let's call it quits for today. You.
I'm sorry, there's something I forgot to mention. It's about my speech schedule from this point on. Would you willing to stick around to hear it? Let me write this down. Quite a practical young man, eh? Well, I won't take up too much of your time. I'll be here giving my speeches every Sunday. You're welcome to drop by and help whenever you got the time.
Well then, I shall see you again soon.
That's all I wanted to say. Now be careful on your way home. Now we need to do the speech helps from Sun. I'd like to request your help with another speech. I've been feeling more courageous with you around. How's your schedule looking today? Over immediately. Thank you. Please come to the front of Shibuya Station. I'll be waiting.
Where have you been?
Everyone!
That you possess free will does not mean that you can always do as you please. To make your decision based simply on loss and gain is to act like a heartless machine. The reason so few people care about their fellow man is because so few have the energy to do so. We politicians have fallen short of our goal to change society. We need your support more than ever. That approach isn't going to work. You have to get the voter more excited. You're going to completely lose the heart and mind of the people. Again, what I like to say is,
What?
Councilman Matsushita. It's been so long since we last spoke. I wanted to stop by to see how you were doing. Ah, you have a high school of volunteering for you, huh? My, time have changed. Do you know about the Kuramoto children? Yes, Mr. Yoshida told me. No, and I don't care. Yes, Mr. Yoshida told me. That was nearly 20 years ago. I'm impressed that you're so interested in politics. I was a member of the Kuramoto children as well. Yoshida and I joined the same year. We made an amazing career change going from a pro wrestler to a diet member. I was elected easily, but I had no idea what I was doing. I realized I wasn't elected on my own merit when I failed to be re-elected for a second terms. That was true for the both of us.
No.
You made a great comeback though. You, truly an inspiration. As are you, old friend. You're working harder than anyone on the campaign trail. Oh, there's no need for false praise to impress the boy here. Yoshida's well informed about the inner working of politics, so I'm sure he'll be a great teacher. However, I suggest you only do as he says and not as he does if you want to become a diet member. And what might that means? I'm guessing he doesn't know. You really think you can win the election by going completely honest and making good arguments? You've got to secure votes, or else you'll be forever known as a no good Tora.
What?
Without honesty and good arguments, there can be no political justice. Yeah, it's been a while since I heard one of your grandiose speeches. Miyakun, was it? Tell me, what about Yoshida here draw you in? His speaking skill. Mamiya-kun. Wow, that's quite impressive. You just may have the potential to become a diet member. You address matters quite directly for a young person. It seems you have been taught well.
You're right.
I intend to teach him everything I know. That's what we agreed on. I feel like my bond with Yoshida is growing deeper. Fundraising. Allow you to ask for large amounts of money during negotiation.
All right.
By the way, how are things between you and old man Kuramoto?
Yes.
We're still not on speaking terms. There's something I'd like to get your opinion on, so I'll be in touch. Very well. Oh, that reminds me. You may still distrust me because of what happened with the missing party funds, but I'm not the one who pointed the finger at you. That's all I'm going to say. Why did he have to mention that? Ah, my apologies. That's all for today.
Well then, I'll see you again.
Good job. Hello. Thanks again for your help today. What a mess. Past mistakes can really come back to bite you. It's hard to feel like you ever truly escaped them. Some people can fight their way back up like Matsuhita, but many end up suffering under the weight of labels. Even after 20 years, I'm still nothing more than no good Tora. But I will not give up. It's true that I lost a lot, but I did learn a great many things along the way. Somewhere in the middle of it all, my old stubbornness was tempered into conviction, my one redeeming quality. That is why I want you to use your experience to vote your own conviction. Will. Yes, you're still young after all. You have a great deal more learning and growing to do. And I end up talking longer than I expected. Well, until next time. Son, administration too. What do you think about the administration? I think they're wrong. And that's what I plan to discuss in my speech today. I'd like for you to hear it. I want your honest opinion. I feel like my bond with Yoshida will grow stronger soon. We should accept Yoshida's invitation until you gain his trust, okay? Get over immediately. I appreciate it. Let's meet at that square at Shibuya Station.
Everyone!
The conviction of a government is often tested during times of turmoil. However, the current administration refused to discuss their plan for the future. Can we really accept such an utter lack of transparency? I've been hearing this type of criticism about the government a lot lately. And because Diet member Shido has been gaining popularity by saying the same thing. So he's just echoing another politician's criticism of the government. Apparently, whatever. Well, first you stole party funds, and now you're stealing ideas? No good Tora? I'm talking all big, your ex-config. It's enough drown the eerie of the audience once again. So he's claiming those who have made mistakes in the past shouldn't get a second chance. What can I say to that? Stop interrupting him. What was that? You got something to say to me, kid? What do you think? What's up with this kid? Listen to what he has to say. Why, you little punk? Yes, I am no good Tora, and I have made a mistake. Yes, I am unpopular and powerless. But that has nothing to do with my arguments. There are things I learned from all my hardship.
Yes.
You can ridicule me all you want, but I will continue to oppose what is wrong with this world. This speech ended up being filled with a lot of passion, quite unexpectedly, I might add. The highlight, though, was your yelling. You just spoke the truth. That's very promising. Don't overdo it. You should avoid making enemies whenever possible. Okay, that's all for today. You two are amazing. I've been wrong this whole time. Even though someone has failed in the past, it doesn't mean that person can't try again. That's all I wanted to say.
You.
Please wait.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is all I wanted to say. You're a strange one, just like that kid. I learned something from your dauntless spirit today. I have a bad habit of getting flustered whenever someone calls me no good Tora. But you see me as someone of value, so I refuse to cower to criticism in front of you. Today you taught me that I must have more confidence in my arguments.
All right.
My way of thinking changed when I'm with you. Perhaps it's the influence of your youthful spirit. My apologies. It seems we're out of time.
I shall ask you again another
Good
time.
work today. I'll see you again soon. Hello, thanks for all your hard work today. Thanks to you, I remember something's very important. Now that I think about it, ever since the scandal, I felt alone and helpless, like the whole world was against me. Perhaps I got too used to the constant judging and critique, but I realized I overlooked something crucial. I've forgotten the people who support me and how encouraging it feels simply to be in their presence. Perhaps it seems too obvious or too trite, but I hope you remember to cherish that too. Well, good. I'm glad to hear it. I will engrave it into my heart. I can't let myself forget it again. Well, I'll be counting on you for my next speech too. See you soon, Amamiya-kun. I would like to request your help again, but today's speech is a bit different from my others. However, your assistant would be the same. Are you up to this task? Get over immediately. Thank you. The truth is, there will be cameras there today. I'm not comfortable with that, but I couldn't decline. In any case, we just have to do what we've been doing. Well then, I'll be waiting at the square.
That's where I found.
The most important thing is,
Acting not in self-interest, but for the greater good. That is the mindset we politicians must instill in our constituent. Okay, I'll cool up. Okay, we should be able to get a lot of interesting footage. It is no good Tora after all. Advocate an overly optimistic policy only to lure in voters during the election season. That's how No Good Tora took an upper 20 years ago, making unachievable pledges. This isn't how I saw this going. If you make a promise, you must keep it. If you make a mistake, you must atone for it. They are a basic human principle that we have all learned from the youngest of ages. Boring is making some pretty good points, don't you think? That's why it's all useless. Seems like they only want to get some footage of the old No Good Tora. Very disrespectful. However, I've been distancing myself from that. Do you think I've regained my confidence? I think so. Well, I must have it if you think so. However, I will never forget the disgrace I suffer as No Good Tora.
hey,
Can I tell you a story? I mentioned this before, but 20 years ago, I was lucky enough to become a Diet member. However, I want to be a politician for all the wrong reasons. I want to be in a position of power, and I was obsessed with the glamorous lifestyle. I thought only of being popular. I truly was No Good Tora.
hey,
Learn from me. Don't let being a member of the Diet be your only goal in life. Or are much more sensible than we give them credit for. Being ambitious and striving to advance in the political world will change your outlook on life. Yoshida eagerly gave me advice. I feel like my bond with Yoshida is growing deeper. Manipulation. Occasionally raise the chance of an enemy giving you a rare item.
all right.
Given some good speech, Mr. Yoshida. I can't believe you lost the last two elections. You're Mr. Kuramoto's grandson? That's correct. I'm his grandson, Benzo. Does he know that you're here speaking with me now? I'm aware that you and my grandfather are on bad terms, but that doesn't concern me. Must be your secretary, huh? I've been helping you out a lot lately.
What?
You know about him? Grandfather was recently hospitalized, and you've become the topic of our conversation. I'd like to talk with you again sometime. I learned a lot from your speech today. Mr. Kuramoto spoke of me? Atsushita? Sorry, I have to take care of some business. Let's wrap this up for today.
Well then, I'll see you again.
Good job. I have a request for you, but it's not from my speech. I was invited to dinner by dead man Matsuhita. I was told to invite you as well. Please let me know if you're free to attend. What do you say? Over immediately. Thank you. I'll let him know. I'll be at a hotel in Shibuya. I'll send you the map. Promoter's been in and out of the hospital. I hear he's not going to run in the upcoming election.
I see.
The plans for his grandsons, who also in our party, to take his place.
Yes.
Unfortunately, this is all beyond me now. Yoshida. Hey, you have to keep eating. You're still growing, you know. I invite you along because I want to ask you something. What do you think about the Phantom Thieves? You heard of them, right? They've become quite popular as of late. I'd like to hear your honest opinion. As a young man, are you for or against them? I'm for them. You have a very adaptable way of thinking. Those people who want to get into politics are jealous of them. What about you? However, they managed to change heart. I respect their belief in crossing evil and saving the weak. Isn't that similar to what you advocate?
You're right.
I can't deny that, but that's not why I support them. I bet they're a group of young people who have experienced cruelty and injustice. They bravely face the societal ills that plague our world without thinking of the consequences. Brave, yet pitiful, I suppose. The former Diet member who was disgraced by scandal is going to side with them, huh? Is this what you asked me here to speak to me about? No. The party has decided which candidate it will be back in the various electoral zones. And one of our main candidates will represent this area. According to the party election strategy, you have no chance of winning. So you're saying that I should give up my campaign to become a Diet member? I won't beat around the bus, drop out of the election and become my right-hand man. It won't be for now. I'll put in a motion to have you reinstated as a party member. And I will perform an extensive investigation into your expense misappropriation accusation.
What?
Tsuhita, finally be able to clear your name. Think about it. I'll see you again soon, Mr. Secretary. He likely has an ulterior motive. If he felt hopeful, he wouldn't ask me to not run for Diet. I expect he's trying to take advantage of me. That happens a lot in this world. What would you do at a time like this, Amamiya-kun? I'll decline. You're telling me to take control of my destiny, You're very inspiring.
Thank you.
Telling me your honest opinion. Don't worry, I won't stop giving speeches. Above all, I wish to continue speaking with you. You have such a fresh outlook on the world. Man of the people.
All right.
Let's finish up for today. Sorry I made you take along.
I shall ask you again another time.
Sorry I made you take along today. I'm sure you'll end up having to face something similar someday, so let me share my thought. When people came to you with this negotiation, you need to see what's really on the table. Do you see the offer as a risk or an opportunity? You'll have your own major decision to make in time. The most crucial thing is that you don't lose sight of who you are. I'll keep that in mind. Good. It's important to listen to what other people say, but you can't let them overpower your own voice. I let that happen and look where it got me. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm getting a little too worked up about this. Well then, until next time, good night. Are you free? Could I have some of your time today? You can't consider this a formal request. I have something scheduled after the speech and I'd like you to come. I'll be meeting someone at a sushi restaurant. Hope you can make it. However, the government's overall approval rating is dangerously low.
Yes.
I'll be sure to proceed with caution, considering that the grandson of my former teacher is showing me such kindness. Yes, well, I'd like to discuss a personal matter. Allow me to be frank. I'll be running for my grandfather's seat in the coming election. I see. Congratulations. I held a low-level position in the party's exclusive office, but I'm new to candidacy. So I was hoping you could educate me on how to run an election campaign.
However,
Well, I was planning on running myself, and I don't believe that I'm qualified to teach you. I heard that you've been working harder than anyone these past 20 years. Well, I did have a lot of free time after I lost the election, so this is all an amateur can do. Nature, you're a veteran, if anything. Besides, you have experience teaching him, right? Reputation has greatly improved around the executive office recently, and my grandfather expressed his intent on making peace with you now. Be happy to bury the hatchet with Mr. Kuramoto, but I'm not worthy to join his group again. I think you would find all this condition favorable. I think you would find this condition favorable. So I ask that you keep what I'm about to tell you a secret.
you...
Sorry. Would you give us a moment, Mamiya-kun? No, I'd like for your favorite pupil to hear this too. Wait a moment, is your plan to involve him so that I can't decline? I simply trust his discretion. The Kuramoto group is planning to move forward with a political realignment. He's saying that you're going to secede from the Liberation Co-Prosperity Party? With the government is a weakened state, now our chance. As such, I want to emphasize our unity.
I see.
And so you've come to me, a former member of the Kuramoto children. But my views differ from those of the Kuramoto group, and I don't intend on changing them. I understand. However, you won't be able to put those beliefs into action if you don't get elected. Mamiya-kun, could you talk some sense into him? You'll benefit as well. You should decline. You think so too, huh? You're not intimidated, even by the grandson of a big-time Diet member. I appreciate your offer, but I must respectfully decline. You're okay with being no Good Tora forever? I'll get elected this time. Mamiya-kun, looks like you choose the wrong politician to follow. I still believe in him. Try to understand that he has his own belief. I apologize. I'm at a slip of the tongue, and in front of your secretary, no less. I don't need an answer right away. If you want to show deference to my grandfather, please let me know. I already took care of the bill, so enjoy. Now, if you'll excuse me. What's the point in getting elected if it means sacrificing your belief? I bet when push comes to shove, Kuramoto-kun intend to lure you in. He probably didn't expect me to remain so calm after he showed his trump card. I feel surprisingly at ease whenever you're with me, like that time with Matsuhita.
I apologize.
I'm truly indebted to you for all you've done for me, but I must ask that you continue to help me. You know, from the way he has acting, I swear Kuramoto-kun was hiding something.
Let's say we go home.
I apologize, we've done eating, so let's go home.
Well then, I'll see you again.
Work today.
without a sign.
I have something planned after my speech today. I like your help with food. Are you available today?
Where have I been?
Head over immediately. Thank you. The truth is, Diet Man Matsushita have been asking for me. Remember when he asked me to be his right-hand man last time? He's likely waiting on my response. Well then, please join me after the speech.
What's wrong?
What did you ask me here to discuss? I heard you met with Kuramoto's grandson. You have your ears to the ground, huh? To think that he's the candidate the party is making to ruin my chance of winning. I'll be completely straight with you, since I already asked you to be my right-hand man. Currently fighting the Kuramoto's group.
What?
You're fighting Mr. Kuramoto? I had a vision of my own, you know? I owe him for all he did for me, but I don't want him to have influence over me forever. All the more now that he's secretly working with Diet members from other parties. I know he asked you to join his group, but I think you should decline his offer. I want to keep you on a leash so you won't reveal any damaging information. Real culprit of the expense misappropriation case you were blamed for is old man Kuramoto.
What in the world?
Did you say? I said through the party off the record account from 20 years ago. There's no doubt. Can you still forgive him? He let you into the political world and kicked you out in the worst way. But why? He blocked his popularity, and as a result he has having some serious financial trouble.
I see.
It's not as if you're saying that this is my opportunity to clear my name. And so you need an answer from me on whether or not I'll be your right-hand man, yes? Zone Granton has already tried to persuade you, therefore I can't wait any longer. You join me, you can accuse Kuramoto of his crime. You can't clear your name and put no Good Tora behind you. This is your best and last chance. Join with Matsushita and take my revenge against Mr. Kuramoto, but drop out of the election. I'll do it. See, so that's how you truly feel about this. Matsushita, I appreciate the offer, but I must refuse. You have no conceivable reason to refuse. My goal is to become a member of the Diet, not a right-hand man. I will not cast aside my belief. On that, I stand firm. This information would be the deciding factor in taking down Kuramoto. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. I was simply offering you a deal. I assume you might decline it. Very well, please forget it. I apologize for bringing it up so suddenly. I'll talk to the party and provide support for your next speech about the Phantom Thief. Why are you doing this? I don't want to debate about the Phantom Thief. I simply want to draw attention to them. And you can assert your innocence there, on a grand stage. To be frank, I'll be happy as long as the Kuramoto group's influence diminishes. Mamiya-kun, don't speak a word of this to anyone, for both our sakes. Farewell then. Feels like a cog in the crossfire of political conspiracy. My friend is trying to take advantage of me, while my former mentor is trying to win me over. To achieve my dream, I have to set aside my belief. What should I do? Stick to your belief.
Yes.
Right, betraying myself means betraying my supporter, which also means betraying you. For some reason, just talking with you always helps me make it up my mind. It's as if my heart is being manipulated. If the Phantom Thieves truly do exist, then I'm sure they're very much like you. For For some reason you stood by me. No Good Tora, who didn't have any supporter.
Actually,
I've been thinking about this for a while actually. You must have experienced cruelty and injustice in this life. I can tell by the look in your eyes. That's why I sense your desire to help the weak. And it's strange to stand up to the hecklers, to Matsushita, and Tura Kuramoto grandson. You're no ordinary high school student. Even I know that much.
hey,
Would you care to talk about it? It's a joke. Sorry, I crossed the line there. I've always lacked restraint in this situation. See what I did there? I relieved the tension by making fun of myself. Think of it as an advanced technique for winning people over. Mind control occasionally lets you skip negotiation when attempting to obtain a persona.
all right. You're right.
Alright then. Well, I'll at least make good use of Matsushita's help setting up my next speech. I feel like I'll be able to fully express my belief if you're there with
I
me.
shall ask you again another time. Well then, I'll see you again.
Thanks for your taking along today. Goodness, I've gotten you wrapped up in my whole messy past now. I told you before, becoming a diet member shouldn't be your only goal in life. I still stand by those words, of course, but what are you told on what happens today? Say you were in my shoes. Could you say with all confidence that you wouldn't be swayed with such a lucrative deal? Humans are easily swayed. One glimpse of temptation could be all it takes to make us forget our principle. That is why you must never forget what's really important to you. You understand? I'll never forget that. Good. Life is full of tough decisions. I can only hope today's lesson will nourish your growth. Well, the real battle begins now. I need to devote myself to this fully. After all, I can hardly afford to disappoint you. Alright, see you next time. I'll be counting on you. I'm about to give a speech in Shibuya. If you have time, I'd like to ask you for your help. What do you think? Wanna go see him? I don't know. Whatever. Go right away. Thank you. That'd be helpful. I'll be waiting in front of the station. Actually used to be a representative, but I doubt we can come back.
Everyone,
Poverty. Walking poor? Our country job market is terrible. Depression and suicide are on the rise, and the young workforce is being crushed on a daily basis. Evil that permeates the corporate world has filtered down into society.
good evening.
Hello, Mamiya-kun. Stamina is important for public speaking as well. You're still young, but take care of yourself. Almost time. I appreciate it if you could be around afterward today. I'm sure I don't have to remind you about what this concerns. How your availability. Are you going to help Yoshida out? Help him out.
Thank you.
Thanks for your concern. A speech about the Phantom Thieves. There's something I want you to hear, so please, come and listen to it. Stage is sad.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, but you know, you're not going to be my right-hand man, right? Don't worry, I won't pull any tricks. Feel free to talk about being falsely accused. I'll handle whatever comes from it. So Kuramoto's grandson's around here somewhere. I bet he's curious about today's speech.
I see.
I haven't spoken to him since we last met. The speech should serve as your response to him. I didn't think any of the parties would back No Good Tora? Going to talk about the Phantom Thieves, right? Didn't care less about him. I'm just interested in hearing about the Phantom Thief.
Very well.
Okay, I'm going to get started. Do your best.
Yes.
Well, especially with you looking on.
Everyone.
Reason they're causing such a stir because they are addressing the world's problem. What are you doing, Toranosuke? Setting aside whether their actions are right or wrong, there is one thing I can safely say about the Phantom Thieves. Belief with conviction has the ability to move a person's heart. I am sure you all aware that I am No Good Tora, the one accused of embezzlement. I was a fool 20 years ago. It's no wonder that I was considered a failure as a politician. However, because I was accused like that, I was able to understand the suffering of the weak.
The most important thing is...
Why am I in politics? In the past, it was merely for personal gain. But why do the Phantom Thieves continue to change hearts? I believe do it for the world and its people. And in choosing to do justice for others, they had no choice but to disguise themselves. No matter what the world say, I fully support them. I'm just an average citizen. However, I will continue to voice my belief. I may not be able to become a Diet member this election, and I may not be able to affect change during my lifetime.
However,
but I've made my peace with that. I will be happy as long as I can be a meaningful stepping stone for the future of our youth. Thank you for listening. Set the stage for nothing. You have no intention of accusing Old Man Kuramoto?
yes.
That's right. Sheesh, such a heartfelt speech for someone your age. People are probably laughing at you as we speak. I doubt any of them were moved by your words. You might be the only one in this entire city who was. Sushita? Proceed as you wish with your candidacy. I'll take measure to answer the party back you. Within the limits of my abilities, of course. Bye. Candidacy, huh? What an unexpected turn of events. Phantom Thieves. Perhaps it's the effect of you moving my heart. You had a change of heart? That must be it. Still, I have you to thanks for all this. Phantom Thieves. The power to change a person's heart. I don't possess a special power like they do. I don't possess a special power like they do. But I won't lose to them when it comes to conviction. Speed is my only weapon. Just my voice and my words. That's how I win people over.
Thank you.
Thank you for sticking by my side, Amamiya-kun.
All right.
Contrary to what I told, getting your heart stolen isn't such a bad thing. If he is a member of the Phantom Thief, then... I'm talking to myself again. Another bad habit of mine. Time to finish off for today.
Well then, I'll see you again.
Good job. I'd like to ask for your help. I'll plan on giving a speech again today in front of the station. Please come by if it's convenient for you. Thanks for always helping me out.
Please consider what I have to
As
say.
the birth rate continued to decline, we adults must redefine our mission. We must create a country that can give birth to life, and we must create a country that can nurture that life. The power of this country lies with the power of its people.
Good evening.
Hello, Mamiya-kun, there's something I want to talk to you about. You won't be able to help me once the election begins, but we still have some time before that. Come to think of it, I haven't told you about what I aspire to do. I'm starting to uncover various behind-the-scenes situation. I want to tell you all about them. Would you be willing to listen?
Thank you.
Let's talk before the speech.
A weekly magazine reported that Kuramoto was the real culprit in the fund's misappropriation case. Old man Kuramoto will likely be forced to retire from the political world. The police can't do anything because it was 20 years ago, but he has a moral obligation. I hear his grandson Benzo resigned from the party as well. It could be due to Matsushida's influence, or perhaps it's just the party's way of atoning. Now it's all up to me and my abilities.
When's your speech gonna start, Toranosuke? We can't wait!
To think that people would be excited to hear me speak. The article mentioned I didn't want the real culprit to be named, even though I knew who it was. Apparently, people admire me for having quietly accepted a false charge for 20 years. I didn't intend for any of this to happen, though.
Your true self was revealed. Doesn't matter what you answer.
Appreciate that someone like you, who's been watching me so closely, would say such a thing. I've struggled for the past 20 years, but I can put that all behind me after the election. Oh, look at the time. I should get started. Today will be the last day I'll request help from a phantom thief. I don't intend to meddle. Everything I've told you has been based on assumptions. But if you're still willing to listen, then I think you should focus on your work. Because the time is now. I can't think of anything else to teach you. You are now an expert on giving speeches. I taught you all I know about the art of public speaking, in return for you supporting a guy like me. And over time, you became someone who shared my beliefs. Thanks to you, I was able to overcome my crisis these last few months. I will strive for the royal road of politics, thinking of you as you walk down your own path. But if you ever find yourself in harm's way on your journey, I will be there to help you.
Thank you.
We'll be comrades who reform the world together.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath.
Blood oath.
Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart.
Yoke of thy heart.
Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the sun, granting thee infinite power.
Infinite power. Man of the people, son, rank tank max. Charismatic speech. Allow you to form a contract with a higher level shadow.
All right. All right.
You can now fuse Asura, the most powerful persona of the Sun Arcana.
I'm sure you will accomplish everything you set out to do. Thank you for everything. All right, it's time to begin.
Yoshida's speech is about to start.
I cut my date short so I could watch this, you know?
Does anyone out there have something they aspire to do? I met a certain young man. Through a method that differs from mine, he was trying to reform the world. As you know, that is a very large mountain to cross. Unfortunately, I am unable to travel the same path as him. However, I will not say goodbye, because we will surely meet at the peak. He is desperately doing what he aspires to do. So I encourage you all, please find what it is that you aspire to do, and I will support you. Because that is what I aspire to do.
What kind of speed is that?
Way to go, Toranosuke!
I believe in you!
Today's election was a success. Well, overall, Pseudo's new party won by a landslide. However, there are some who support my arguments. The world isn't all bad. Without you, none of this would have been possible. Thank you. The true battle is about to begin. Let's both work hard.